we're gonna find you. We'll never mind you. We'll drag you home and then we'll organ grind you. Oh, you'll be hurt.
All right, Nasty Neal here with Ashlynn Yennie at Days of the Dead. They say Chicago, but it's like Schaumburg.
Yeah, it's not Chicago.
Yeah.
Liars.
But that wouldn't look good like on like the
Schaumburg.
Yeah.
They'd be like, where are they?
Yeah.
What state is that?
Like what country are they in?
Yeah. Is this an overseas convention? They're getting big time at Days of the Dead. I know.
They're going all around the country.
All around the country.
Good time. This is your first Days of the Dead?
It is my first, yep.
My fourth. I've been to all of them, and if you've noticed, they've gotten bigger each year.
That's what people have told me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So they got to keep booking me.
They got to keep booking you. I know.
Now, Human Centipede, and we've got all the people here. We've got Lawrence Harvey.
I know.
Who's the man. We got Ashley C. Williams.
Yeah.
So what's your weekend been like?
It's been really, really fun. I've had a blast. Met some really amazing people. We haven't been out to Chicago yet for a show, so we get to meet all the fans here.
Yeah.
It's been so fun.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's a huge difference between Human Centipede and Human Centipede 2.
Huge difference.
Now, what was the experience like between each movie?
Part 1 was, we had no idea what was going to happen with it. It was like really exciting. I mean, part 2 was exciting too, but it was really exciting, and we were making something that we had no idea, what was going to happen with it, and then it just blew up. And then the difference between part 1 and part 2 is part 1 was much easier to film. It was a little bit more clean.
Yeah,
I must say. And then part 2 was just nasty.
Yeah,
I told Tom, I was like, this is just nasty. It's just a nasty set. It was gross, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
I had so much fun on part 2 because we were, like Lawrence and I have said before, we just laughed the entire time on set. We were like, we're making this is funny, This is a gross, funny movie, But it was great.
For people that never saw Human Centipede and they think it's too gross, and it's really not a graphic movie, the first one. It's pretty much all psychological.
It's all psychological, yeah. And I get it, the concept of it's really disgusting. But then I tell people, I'm like, if you watch part 1 and you get grossed out, do not watch part 2.
Yeah, exactly. Part two is what you think part 1 is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And then we gave it to you in part 2. People didn't like it that much.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure when you read the script, you had to have some thoughts. Do I want to take this role?
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't even a full script. When I went in for the audition, it was just a breakdown of Dr. Hyder and these 3 characters. And I remember I didn't know if it was real or not when I first read it. I was like, no way. I'm so curious. This is so weird. And then I left that audition and I just couldn't get it out of my head. Yeah. And that's when I was like, I know this is going to be killer. This is going to be so cool. I'm going to be a part of it.
Yeah. And Dieter Laser, his performance as Dr. Hyder is amazing.
Oh, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
What's like just being in his presence like? Is he as intimidating guy as he looks on screen?
He's super, super nice in real life. He stayed in character the entire time.
Yeah.
So, but I hung out with him in New York. He came to our wrap party when we finished filming, and he was so sweet. Like, he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
Same with Lawrence. Like, people get scared of Lawrence, and I'm like, he's like the gentle, giant.
He's so really sweet. One of the sweetest guys.
He's so sweet.
Yeah. He's sick of me because I have about 5 hours of footage of a video with us together. Yeah. He's like shakes his head when he sees me again.
Yeah.
Now you've got really nice eyes. Is that part of the reason you think you got the part in the film? Because it's a lot of acting with your eyes.
I definitely think Ashley and I got cast based on the fact that
you look alike too.
Well, we do.
Similar.
We look similar, which is normal for best friends to gravitate towards what you look like. But
and that excited the doctor. He thought maybe you're twins.
We had to look convincing enough because that's why he asked, "Are you relatives?" Because we look close enough, and then we're like, "No, we're just friends." But yeah, the audition process was we had to convey everything through our eyes, so emotion was there. So.
No, when I talked to Dieter Laser before, he said there was a little bit of like hinted at like sexuality between his character and the Human Centipede, but he thought there shouldn't be any. Was any of that in the script? Do you remember?
No, I mean, I guess there was parts where people thought like maybe he would have made this centipede and maybe been turned on by it or whatever.
Yeah.
People came up with their own ideas of it. But I think for Dr. Hyder, he was creating like more of a pet than anything, not so much like in a sexual way. It was more just like he took humans and made a pet out of them. That's why he treated us like a dog and things like that.
Is it fun for you to see like so many like mainstream shows and
Oh, yeah.
not make fun of it, but reference it.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
And it took a little while too. It was like a year, and they're still doing it now.
It was just by like hearsay where people, it just enough people heard about it, enough people started being like, "What is that? Like, what is that?" And then, and yeah, it was just it's cool, and I'm stoked that so many people.
It's even recently. I don't know if you saw it on Conan O'Brien. They did a little thing if Tom Six had made. I don't think they said Tom Six, but if he made the new Star Wars.
I know, it's so funny. My boyfriend, he actually he was Conan O'Brien did I have a buddy, he's associate producer on Conan, and he called me up and was like, "Hey, we're doing this thing around Christmas. It's going to be a light up menorah Centipede."
Yeah.
Remember that? Well, my boyfriend Michael was actually.
I'm a huge Conan fan. Watching.
Yeah, my boyfriend Michael was actually the third one to be lit up.
Oh, really?
So,
that's pretty awesome.
He was so excited about doing it. And he was like, "I want to do it too," and I was like, "All right, babe, go do it."
Yeah.
So it was really fun.
Actually, after the movie came out, like any friends or relatives or family members, did they see it? And what did they think of it?
I mean, everyone's seen it. My sister, I don't know if she's seen the first one or the second. I don't think she's seen the second one yet. But my mom and my Nana actually came with me to the premiere of the second one.
Yeah.
And they sat with me and they loved it. I thought it was amazing. I have the best family. They're super supportive. So, and they get it. It's just movies.
Yeah. I actually watch both films with my mom.
Right?
She is a huge horror movie fan.
Thanksgiving.
There's one movie I did give her the DVD of, and she watched and she's like, "What is wrong with you?"
She's like, "Oh my god."
That was a Serbian film. That's really not a movie you should give your mom.
Yeah. That's not probably the best film to give your mom.
Yeah. So part 2, totally different, like you said.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Roger Ebert's
Review of part 2?
of the movie?
Yes.
Did it seem like you didn't even see the movie, or you had no idea what it was about?
I think he hated the first one so much that I don't even think he watched the second one. But I mean, granted, maybe he did. I don't know.
If he did, he really has a poor understanding of film. He's like your character shows up with no scars from the previous movie, and I don't think he understood just the basic that you were playing yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
because you died in the first one. I guess you came. That was a really weird movie. You came back from the dead.
I know.
Became an actress.
I don't totally understand it, but at the same time, I don't like to read reviews that much because I feel like you then base your own opinion off of a review, and you just need to have an open mind when you go and see things.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of eyes, Lawrence Harvey, just the most amazing facial expression I've ever seen.
I know.
We have a thing going on. We're going to do the face-off at one of the shows. And
I love it.
We're going to look at the camera, and whoever's behind it is going to just give us emotions.
Do it.
I don't think he's like my hero. I do a lot of facial expressions. I'm going to lose, but I got to do it.
Give him a healthy, competition.
Yes, exactly.
Try to do it.
Yeah. When the second one came out, your family liked that one too?
Yeah, they loved it. Yeah, they thought it was awesome. Yeah.
Part 3?
I'm not going to be in part 3.
You're not going to be in part 3. Do you have any ideas? Even if you don't know for sure, do you have any thoughts of what part 3 will be about?
No idea. I have no idea. I mean, I trust that Tom Six will make something brilliant and amazing because that's what he does, and he will shock just like he does always.
Yeah. Well, what's Tom Six like?
He's amazing. He's such a cool dude. I mean, he's got a sixth sense.
Really
of
fun
humor.
on Twitter.
Yeah, he's rad. I love him.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Well, thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Awesome.
Oh man, it's Nasty Neal here with my buddy Lawrence Harvey. So Lawrence, you up for doing an interview with me?
No, fuck off.